Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So guys, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, like the video, share, comment. Don't forget to turn your notification bell so that every time I post a video you will be the first person to be notified. So guys, today we want to talk about 6 weird pregnancy that can happen to a woman. So if you like this content, kindly click the subscription button, like the video, share, comment, and make sure you watch this video up to the end. So guys, I have to say we are almost 1000 subscribers. Make sure you share our content so that everyone can get to learn, because this is the channel that we make learning easy and accessible for everyone. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Number one is getting pregnant while you're still pregnant. Okay, let me explain. When you get pregnant or when you conceive, the body responds by stopping other reproductive activities to take place. For example, when you get pregnant, cervix get closed and the mucus plug is formed in the cervix so that it protects the baby. And also, in case you had sex when you already conceive, then you are not capable of conceiving. And also the ovaries stop producing the ovum that can be fertilized when the sperms get inside the uterus, or when the sperm gets up to the fallopian tube. Also, another thing that usually happens when you're pregnant, your body responds by making the womb or the uterus favorable for the implantation to take place. But in this case, where you are capable of getting pregnant when you're still pregnant, the body forgets to do all this. And then in case you have an intercourse, you are conceiving. And when you conceive, you can conceive, and when you conceive, you will get twin pregnancy, or you will carry two babies. So the first baby will have a different gestation age with the baby you got after you've conceived the first one. I think you have understood. In case you have any question, write it in the comment section. Yeah. So another weird pregnancy is getting pregnant outside the uterus. You know very well that when you have sex, the fertilization usually takes place in the fallopian tube. After fertilization has taken place in the fallopian tube, the fertilized ovum move and get implanted into the uterus. So in a case where fertilization take place outside. Okay, fertilization take place in the fallopian tube, and then the baby get implanted elsewhere. Yeah, the baby get implanted elsewhere, whereby it can get implanted, it can remain there in the fallopian tube, or the baby can be implanted in the abdomen, I don't know how, or in the cervix, or in the outside the uterus. Yeah, and in this case, we will call this ectopic pregnancy, where ectopic pregnancy is a common one, and it usually happens when the fertilization has taken place and the baby has the fertilized ovum, not the baby, the fertilized ovum, which is the embryo, has not moved to implant itself into the uterus. So that is the most common case where fertilization takes place and then the baby, the fertilized ovum doesn't move to the uterus to get implanted there. So it can get implanted. If it doesn't move to the uterus, then it can get implanted elsewhere in the abdomen, and in that case, that is a weird pregnancy, and we call it ectopic pregnancy in most of the cases, because that is the common one. The third one is cryptic pregnancy. I did a video explaining everything about cryptic pregnancy. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. So in this case, in cryptic pregnancy is where that you are pregnant and you doesn't know that you are pregnant. And most of the time it happened to people who have never been pregnant, people who got pregnant recently, and they just assume that maybe the abdomen is growing or is becoming big because they've just given birth, or people who are fat, or people who doesn't know the signs and symptoms of pregnancy, so they just assume maybe, or maybe people who doesn't usually have a regular period. So in this case, you will get pregnant. You will not be in a position to know the signs and symptoms of pregnancy, so you will assume, and then you might even go into labor without knowing that you're pregnant. The time you are going to deliver is when maybe the midwife or the doctor or the gynecologist, any person who is assisting you to get to deliver the baby will realize you are pregnant, or maybe when you are gone for assessment. Some people even assume that they are just sick, yeah, and they don't even go for antenatal clinic because they assume everything, and most of the time they usually don't know the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. So cryptic pregnancy, I explain it. If I had explained everything in one of the videos, so kindly, if you want to know more about it, go and watch it. The fourth one is vanishing twins or disappearing twins. This is a type of miscarriage that occur during multiple pregnancy or birth involving twins or triplets. It occurs when an embryo detected during an ultrasound cannot be found in the future ultrasound, and the embryo stop developing and the tissue get absorbed by the mothers or the gestational parent, and the embryo and the tissue gets absorbed by the mother or the gestational parent and the surviving embryos. So with vanishing twins or disappearing twins, a pregnancy involve two twins or triplets. Yeah, that is what it is. Vanishing twins. You find that the first time you went for an ultrasound, the ultrasound indicated that you had twins or triplets. The next ultrasound when you are going, or the next ultrasound when you do the next ultrasound, there will be no another embryo, and it gets absorbed completely by the parents and the embryo or the surviving embryo, and then the process is harmless completely. Yeah, it can happen, and it is rare. This weird pregnancy, most of them are rare. Yeah. We have another one that is called false pregnancy. We have another one that is called false, or we can call it pseudocyesis. Pseudocyesis or false pregnancy is when a person believes they are pregnant when they are not. It is also called phantom pregnancy. With pseudocyesis or false pregnancy, a person has pregnancy symptoms and feels that they are pregnant. However, pregnancy tests, or if you do pregnancy test or you do an ultrasound, all these will be negative. Sometimes even the abdomen gets to grow. The person experiences all signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Most of the time, they usually happen to people who have baby fevers, or people who are experiencing infertility cases, yeah, people who are experiencing infertility cases, and the people who are having conditions related to, okay, let me say hormonal imbalance. This person will suffer from missed period, nausea and vomiting, morning sickness, bloating, enlarged abdomen. Yeah, the only thing that can confirm to this person that he or that she is not pregnant is when she does an ultrasound or pregnancy test, and everything will be negative. Yeah, we have another one that is called, this is okay, let me just talk about it. It is called pregnancy syndrome, where the partner is the one experiencing the signs and symptoms of pregnancy, where the partner will get nausea, vomiting, morning sickness, constipation, all those, apart from missed period because they don't have the uterus and the ovaries and all that. But any other sign of pregnancy, they will experience them. Any other minor complications of pregnancy, they will experience. The partner experience all those. I wish this one can happen to someone. Yeah, this one should happen to some men, especially the men who are not responsible. Yes, your partner experience every signs and symptom of pregnancy, and you just carry the pregnancy softly up to delivery. Yeah, I think those are the some of the what. Another one is yeah, those are some of the weird pregnancy that can happen. That can happen to a woman. Some of the weird pregnancies that can happen to a woman. So guys, I'm going to stop from there. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because I will explain in detail each one of them, apart from cryptic pregnancy that I'll already explained. So guys, bye till next time. Let's meet in the next video.